Hello and welcome to the Love Your Life show. Today I am interviewing Melissa, and I just want to give you a little bit of information about the wonderful Melissa. Melissa Laudiero has found the Holy Grail. Oh my God, the treasure beyond price. Her story starts out like many of us on this call, but for Melissa is of you. She has family and friends who love her, the talent, but not enough motivation to do anything with it. Every vocation she's entered has left a dull, flat taste in the mouth. I'm sure some of you can vouch for this and have experienced this in your lives, right? It was Groundhog Day. Work, work, busy, busy, no time for me, until she decided to pull back the curtain, stop believing in everything someone or authority had told her, literally erasing the conditioning of the community and society, and decided, I choose who I am. Melissa brings unique gifts and talents to the Ascension party, including a very solid connection with her true home. From there, energies flow through Gaia and through her body, and then out into the cosmos and beyond. In this way, she experiences she who walks between worlds, constantly being gifted with information, energies, codes, light, and love. Melissa allows the flow to travel back to the earth grid to support the great awakening and the further emergence of the new world, or as she likes to call it, heaven on earth. I'd like to welcome Melissa to the call. Melissa, are you there?
I am. Round of applause for all who are with us. Hello. I love you. I love you.
Okay, so I'm just going to give a quick shout out and check who's in the room. We've got Emmy, we've got Claudia, we've got Jason, we've got Margarita, we've got Kumara, we've got Rosanna, we've got Beth. So welcome, friends. We're so glad to have you on the call with us today.
Oh my God, my heart's with me. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for showing up. Oh.
So one thing I just want to quickly mention before we start everything else is we have got a bit of a robotic kind of thing happening on Melissa's side of the line. So if you're feeling that, it's because I think of the frequency of what we're pulling in today. And yeah, it is quite a bit hectic. It sometimes gets good and then sometimes it's a little bit robotic. So just be patient with that and know that even though if you're not hearing exactly what's being said, you are picking up on the frequency of it. So don't get too like, oh, I don't know what's going on. Just get out of your head and just go with what we're feeling today, okay?
Yep.
Good on your side, Melissa?
Yep.
Melissa, yes?
No, very well on my side. So very well.
Amazing. Oh, there we go. It's freezing a little bit, so I'm just trying to manage this. Well, I'm not going to manage it anymore. Okay, right, clear energy. Here we go. Okay, cool. All right, so Melissa, I think what I'm also going to suggest is if anyone wants to ask any questions, there is a chat. So there is a beautiful little chat box on the side here. If you'd like to ask any questions, you can go right on ahead and ask Melissa any of your things that are pertaining to you. But what we're going to be chatting about today is to do with walking in your divinity. And Melissa's going to give us a bit of her awareness with walking in your divinity and being in your divinity on a consistent basis. Melissa.
Okay, so yeah, that's a big one. I just want to share with everyone that it is in your power to live a life that is so full of love and just constant miracles all around you. So, I want to go ahead and invite the energies to start coming in and swirling around each of us. Let's call each of ourselves just all of the beings, all of the different dimensions that we are concurrently running. Let's go ahead and just pull them all into one spot right now. Okay, I'm doing this for me just as much as for you. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. So, Emmy, full moon blessings to you too. I see you, sunshine. Hi, Suzanne. So, I do want to give a big shout out. My husband Jason's on the line. I'm so excited. Um, my dear friend Claudia woke up early in California. Hope you're enjoying your tea. So, walking in your divinity. You know, it's one of the most natural and easy things to do. I think that, or I believe, I use the word think too much. I believe that it's just a matter of getting out of your way. If you notice that things are frenetic around you, it's probably you need to take one moment, settle in with your breath, and just allow whatever's happening to flow. And it really is that easy for the source of all creation to move through you and to do the work that it came to do. You chose this body, and source chose to create you as this beautiful, beautiful being that is just a part of all that is. And the universe wants to experience this life through you. So just don't hinder it. Just allow and breathe. So with that, I mean, it's really as simple as that. But I know that there's got to be questions. I don't see any, but I'm sure there's a couple. Miss Bev,
Are you there? Yes.
I'm here.
I think it's a bit, the line is a little jiggly jaggly, so I'm only catching you like after. It's a bit of a lag. So yes, if anybody would like to ask Melissa, this is your opportunity to ask Melissa anything you'd like to know about divinity, anything you'd like to find out about how to access your divinity, or how you think. I'm actually going to ask you a question, Melissa. What has been your experience with the connection with divinity? What would you say are some things that we could do, say, practically to help to connect us with divinity? Obviously, we've done the breathing now, but what other recommendations would you say?
Okay, so let's just look at my my typical day. I still am in the vocation of being a nurse. So whenever I know I'm going to be working on an ICU, dealing with things that people think are critical, and for many people, they think that their life is coming to an end. So there's fear. I know I'm going to be walking into these stories. Well, the best thing that I found to do is call all of my energies back to me and allow only what shows up to be of God. And I've been able to be used, my vessel has been used to bring forth like amazing awakenings and amazing healings, and definitely a calm and a peace to an environment that is quite chaotic most of the time. So, and then not to mention the folks that I work with, there's a peaceful environment everywhere I go. So, of course, whenever people are frenetic and running around, you'll find, or I'll find, like all of a sudden they're working right beside me, even if their patient's room is doors and doors down. And it's just to soak in that, oh yeah, I remember why I'm doing this. I remember why I'm here. I remember the service I've called myself into by being here at this time. And just the beautiful heart openings that happen. I mean, there's people come and meet you at the vibration you're at. So don't get sidetracked by all that you see around you. Really just focus inward and ask yourself what is really going on here. And it just brings this peace that really, as the Bible says, passeth all understanding. It's just so lovely. It's just a lovely environment, and it's no matter what I do, things just can be that easy and that peaceful.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So it is also about like bringing all of your cells back into yourself. Yes. And we were talking a little bit earlier, just before we started the call. You've got a picture behind you there of something really amazing. Would you tell us a little bit about that little picture and what your connection is to it, and what it is all about?
Yes. Emmy and Claudia know this picture. It's from Hawaii. 2014, we had an adventure in Hawaii with Rika, and it was when I landed on the Big Island, put my foot on the soil. I felt for the first time my higher self come in and embody this vessel, like as much as I could allow at that time, and amazing magic happened. There were instances where I was in one place one moment, and I swear, Girl Scouts swear, I was one place one moment and another place in just a split second without a thought, and just looking around going, okay, so now I'm in this room. How'd that happen? I don't know. It's kind of cool. There was just a total allowance of all of the energies from from Hawaii, and she was so gifting. So that's Pele, and above her is Kurakula. Sorry, Kurakula, my dancing Tara friend. But they're so very special. The whole, if you ever get a chance to go to the Big Island, and I hear the same as for Kauai, I've not stepped foot on Kauai, but if you get a chance to go to the Big Island, you just must, because the land will speak to you. The land will speak to you, and things shift and change, and everything you need is there for you. Regardless of how much money you may have in your pocket, you always have exactly what you need, and blessings beyond. And plus, it's beautiful. So that's always a gift in and of itself.
So I believe that you do you obviously do facilitations and things with the Life Transformed coaching processes as well. You do certain ones like that, but you're also looking to develop some other programs and things. So tell us a little bit about what you are playing with currently, and what's envisioned for playing with in the future.
So after Costa Rica, I was doing calls just spot on the moment. Whenever I would feel energy coming in, I would say, hey, who wants to join me? There's some really amazing energy, it's regarding, as what I can see right now, XYZ thing, and let's look at it. Some was changes in my vision, and I knew if I was experiencing this, then others were as well. Energies where I was starting to see the matrix grid.
Wow.
So we gathered. There would be between like 5 to 10 people on the line, and we would just feel out this energy, and it was so beautiful. Because I have my filter of experience, and everyone else has their filters of experience. But these energies are so large; it requires a group to really get the juice of what's going on. So what I want to do, I want to bring those back, because I've been like having all of these amazing experiences with things changing around me, and the way this looks, the way things sound to me or taste or whatever. I know people are experiencing these in their body as well. And I love the experiences I have, but they become so much more thrilling and juicy whenever, you know, you find out what's going on with other people. It's like, you too. And it's just such a beautiful validation. Plus, we get to pull it in and bring it into the experience of all those around us, everyone you touch, because it can be part grounded in the earth. So I want to bring those back whenever the energies come in. I want to create a forum. So if you're feeling energy come in and you want to explore it more, you know, let's get together, let's set up a time and find a group that wants to play with you with it. And let's do this. And the beautiful thing about it is, you know, they're free calls. You know, there's no charge. We're exploring these energies together. However, they're going to be recorded. So in the future, if they ever go out live and people click on it and they donate money or whatever, everyone on the call is going to get a piece of that, equally shared across whoever is there on the call. So if there's 3 of us on the call, you know, we'll split it 3 ways. If there's 10 of us on the call, we'll split it 10 ways. It's just a way to keep things fun and light. And oh my gosh, residual income is a beautiful thing.
Yay.
So.
Yay. I love that. I love that idea. It's a great way to kind of, all of our energies are contributing to this amazing information that's getting brought through. And then everyone also gets to receive from a maybe financial perspective as well, which I think is really nice, because then, you know, everyone feels like we can support ourselves there as well with that. Yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And it will just get bigger and better, and it will become what it's going to become, you know. And I think all of us deserve to have all of our needs taken care of. And if this is just a way, like a little piece of how that's going to happen, who knows what it's going to expand into. But, you know, like it may expand into classes. Like someone may say, oh my gosh, this is my thing. This is the thing that I'm here to do and to share with people. And now I have a class because we explored this energy together. Oh, see, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that. Like, oh, it's just a beautiful, beautiful gift.
Yes, and you were saying earlier on, it's great when you've got the things that you're bringing through, but when you work with or play with other people, then you get to bring in. It just creates this whole different. Like if you make a cake, an egg is an egg, and a flour is flour, and milk is milk, and chocolate or cacao is cacao. You put it all together, you can make a chocolate cake. I mean, really? You know, that's amazing. And if people got our different energies and we're all putting in, and I'm the eggs and you the flour and somebody else can be the cacao or the chocolate, then we make something amazing together.
Absolutely, that's exactly it. Oh, I love you. That's perfect. Yes.
Let's make chocolate cake, people. Let's do this. Energetic love cake. There we go. I like that. Energetic love cake. And we all get a slice of cake. We can have our cake and eat it.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
what are the things or energies that you find you seem to play with a lot, that seem to, I mean, obviously you've got the divinity, but like, what are some of the things that seem to be a lot in your field that you feel that almost loves to come and play?
Okay, so one of the things is color. So whenever I find myself focusing, like I can look out at the leaves outside my window. If I start focusing and really just being present with the color of the leaves, all of a sudden it just becomes this, it starts exploding into light, into rainbows almost, except for rainbows isn't quite, that's the only human word I can explain, but it shows like a complete different broad band, a broad spectrum of light and color that is just so profound. I mean, it's like what I would imagine, being on an acid trip would be like. They whirl, and it's amazing. So color does that. Anything having to do with the elements. The other day, I was traveling, and I started seeing like light coming in, like light beams, and it was dark. And I was like, oh well, I guess I'm losing my night vision. I'm starting to get that glare thing, that happens as you get older. Yes. And I was like, oh well, I'll just let that happen. But the light started becoming, it was streaming right to me, like right to my heart. And I'm like, this isn't just glare. And so I started being present. I'm like, what are you? And that's the thing, is don't think you know what you're looking at. Really, just allow your mind to open and say, instead of telling something what I'm seeing, ask, what are you? What are you really? What are you made of? And I started actually feeling the light pass through me like wisps, like wisps of hair or something, like real lightly just going through. So something that I thought before was not solid, I could actually feel the solidity of it, and it was almost like a gentle wind going through as well with each light flicker. And then the fog came down. Same thing, but a different feeling. So it started coming in. It was just like, it was like wet and coming through the car. I'm driving and I'm feeling these things just like flowing through me. And the earth does this. The earth is so loving. I want to give a shout out to Gaia.
Yay!
for allowing our human bodies to experience such a wonderful creature. The earth is just such a gorgeous life form, and we're just beginning to understand like how precious and perfect she is, and how she heals herself in spite of our efforts of harming her. She heals herself, and she still gives, and she still loves, and she still waits for us to understand how much she loves us. And whenever you find in your heart that how precious that is, and you give it back to her, then she gives you more, and she gives you more, and she gives you more. I have yet to find myself in an ugly place since 2014. Everything around me has been beautiful.
I feel you on that one. And it's almost since actually 2013 was the biggest shift, and I think a lot of people will say, yeah, that was when the shift actually, the thing started physically, like you could see a physical change, you could feel an emotional change. Because I know before 2013, it almost felt like it was just a loop going round and round in circles. Yeah.
Yeah. The my reference to 2014, I think it's simply because of my awakening process. But yes, 2013 was huge for me. I went from, in 2012, being completely consumed with what it was expected to be. 2013 was the first time I said, I'm gonna let go of the wheel. This is not working. Something else is out there. And I began, I found Rika in 2013. I found so many other beautiful Kenji Kumara, Eckhart Tolle, however he says his name. Beautiful beings that helped walk me through what was happening to me as I was letting go our I was letting go of all that I knew into, this world of, what is this really? And 2014, Hawaii, my life was changed. It was forever changed. It could never go back to me believing that I, had to follow rules or be a good girl, or I'm like, what? I just have to be me. I just have to be me, and everything is perfect.
And rules are so lame, aren't they? They're like so lame. It's really, do we really like rules?
Oh my gosh.
That's cool. That's cool. And so I also want to just do a shout out to anyone in the room at the moment. If you've got anything that you'd like to share with us of what happened with if you've had an awakening, or if you wanting to get in touch with Divinity, or what your awakening has felt like, or what you've felt like over this time, or when it happened for you, or what you've been experiencing since you have been waking up. And the thing is, I think a lot of beings on the planet are waking up, and some of us have just a little bit sooner woken up and gone, okay, wow, okay, this is what the world really is. and I think there's quite a few beings that are, well, a majority of the planet is still waking up at the moment. So we're kind of pioneering it. So those of you who are perhaps only just starting to wake up, or have been and are feeling maybe, it's a bit weird, keep going. Keep going, because it just gets better, doesn't it?
Yes, and find people who understand you, that understand this whole thing of, why does this little bit hurt, and now it, but it only hurt for like a day, and why is this little bit like foggy, or whatever. It's there's people that totally understand what happens in the body as you start exploring the universe of who you are. And it does take the body a little while to catch up with the energy that comes in. It really does. But find people who are open-hearted and who love you, and just want you to be the best you that you could be. So getting a community, get in a community. I would totally suggest any class that Rika has or whatever. Of course, those people are attuned to exactly that awakening. Emmy is on the line in Australia, and I'm not exactly sure what who she's hanging out with now, but anything Emmy does, I totally condone. And Claudia, oh my gosh, Claudia is an oracle above all measure. Oh, I cannot wait to show you what she can do. She just has to let me be able to put a little bit of advertisement out there for her, because she's hot stuff. And the way that she connects to you and your purpose, wow, like she can really skyrocket you. Suzanne, dear love, I'm sure that we have met, because your name is just sitting nicely on my heart. And I am so happy. Everyone that's here right now on this call, they're all in tune.
And there's Kamara. Kamara's here. She's playing with us too today.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, my heart. Yeah, Kumar and I shared an amazing adventure in Mount Shasta.
Wow.
And yes, we're playing with more group, doing some more group get-togethers, and facilitating, yes, blue flame activation. I had mine to my so, and that was amazing. But oh man, we went into caves and toned, and we went to the different rivers and prayed. When we went to the waterfalls at Mount Shasta, that it was actually when tribes were coming to pay homage to the river. So we would have to wait for them to clear out of a section for us to go in, and we would go in and we would do our toning and our singing and loving of the earth, and watching all of that blessing go downhill. Wow. And go feed the rest of the planet. It was really amazing. Wow. Claudia was there too. My heart.
Wow. Amazing. So Melissa, yes. Are you going to take us through a little journey, perhaps, into Divinity? You can take us on a little guided tour of Divinity. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, let's play with that. Let's see where that goes. So, all of you on the call, I invite you to connect with each other first. Let's connect as a group. And as we're connecting, we can see all of those who are with us, all of those who came before, all those that will come after. We pull them in and they're loving, our ancestors, our guides, all of those that we hold dear and honor, gods and goddesses, angels. And I specifically want to ask right now that Raphael just bless our bodies as we're pulling in energy together, because we don't know exactly what these energies will do to these dear bodies, to these dear vessels. And we ask Gaia to also bless our bodies as we connect. The devas and the fairies and all of the realms of the unseen on the earth, that they come and just minister to us now as we sit together. And I invite you to connect as you do to your grounding cord. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to start expanding outward. Oh, that feels good. Oh, you guys, you're like a warm blanket. Oh, thank you. Big hugs and love going across the universe. I can feel it. And we're going to just reach up with our energies past our bodies. And ask if there's any information at this time, those of us on the call, should explore. This great community, this great network that we're connected to. Yeah, I can feel that coming in. So we were never meant to do this alone. We were never meant to do this alone. We're never alone. We are love. We're beyond love. We are breath. We would like to just express our gratitude for your service at this time. Please know that all is well, and we could not be more pleased with your service. You are who we've been waiting for, you in the community of this open heart. We invite you to feel the ecstatic bliss of our love and our gratitude. We invite you to explore the world as you've never explored it. We invite you to constantly connect to the community. Again, you are never alone. You are wholly supported. You're supported beyond your knowing. We invite you now to explore just the energy in your space right now. Feel out with your heart. Pull it back in and ask it, what is this? This is the all that is. I'm already here right now. This energy that you feel about you at this very moment is 100% and wholly only here to support your every breath and your every action. Nothing that you choose from this point on is wrong. Nothing ever has been, but let's just start from now. Every choice you make is the right choice. Every energy you pull in is exactly the energy that this world needs right now, and it's because of you that we get to experience it. If you can reach out with your angelic arms as far and wide as you can, spread your wings, because we all have wings. Let them feel and breathe this energy right now. Pull it into your body, pull it close. It is that supports you, that loves you, that gives you all that you need, all that you require, and beyond, because you have enough to share with all that's around you. And believe me, every piece of you touches every piece of every other thing in this universe, and you just shed this light of beauty that only you can. It is all about you. It is all about you. And we're grateful for you. deseo que por l'amour ta terre, lève-le pour l'os, jamais pour Dieu as you feel your heart just filling with love, you are more than welcome to sing in tone as well. These are sounds of the universe, they're sounds of your heart. And oh, how things change as the sound comes out. Love. Oh no,
Wow.
Wow. And you know what? We're not going to close this energy out. You can have it all day long. Full moon blessings coming in. Full moon blessings coming in.
I love that. I love it. I love it.
Let yourself move around. I can feel it.
Get it with your buddy.
Gotta move it. Gotta move it.
Let's come on, move your body.
Oh, feet on the ground. I gotta ground to the grid. Ground on the ground. Got the jiggles. All right.
I love it.
That was good.
That was amazing. That was really, really amazing. And I love it because I was busy boogieing here and my body was like doing this little shake thing of its own and I was going, woo! And I think part of being in Divinity is about being like a little child again, because as kids, you just dance, you sing, you say what you want to say, you move where you want to move, and and when we become grown-ups, then you have to act all stiff and and it's like you don't have to do that anymore.
You are absolutely spot on. It is all about innocence. It's all about looking at everything as, what are you? What is that? What's going on here? What is going on in my heart? What is going on in my body? And not allowing the filters of all that's happened so far, to put any parameters on what it is that you see, and then it becomes so magical again. Mm-hmm. It becomes so magical, and that is a gift of children because they do remind us of our innocent wonder. Mm-hmm. Thank God for them. Thank God for them, because we would have worked all that right out if it weren't for the little ones to remind us
Exactly. Exactly. And the thing, there's a saying that's, I think it was in the Bible, when you become as children, then you enter into the kingdom of heaven. And it fully makes sense, because when you act like a child, you see everything as heavenly. I mean, one thing that activates that wonder in me whenever I'm feeling a bit heavy, or I'm feeling like I'm getting too caught in the matrix of the system and it feels too much robotic, then I force myself, or I get myself into a place where I start saying, wow, 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 wow. And just saying wow starts the wonder cycle going, because immediately then it just that simple one word, wow, just starts to just you know?
It certainly does. And, Bev, you got it. You got it going on, girl. You really do. That's exactly. And it's so sublimely simple that, like, to have like an entire discussion of how to be divine. Yeah, open your heart. And you just take all of the programs that have been stuffed in your head, and you say, I don't believe you. Yes. I'm going to experience the world for myself now.
Yes.
And do that. Be wow. What is that? Oh my gosh. That butterfly just, look what. Yeah. You got it.
Yes, I love it. And it is really that simple. It's just that, we we just got to take our mind and go, you're not important to me. You're not important. It's okay. I love you. Yeah, look, yeah, some love. Yeah. Come.
And then another beautiful thing.
Yeah, and yes, and you know what I think would be a good way to actually get your mind to come to the heart is just to say, oh, do you know that the equation is in the heart? The most hardest equation ever is in the heart, and I know that you can solve it because you're the cleverest. Right? It'd be a great way to get your mind to go into the heart. You'll be like, oh, equation, this is the biggest equation ever. Yes, I'm going to solve it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to figure it out. Show me where the heart is. Show me this heart place.
Exactly. And then a beautiful reminder, Zach Rader, one of his favorite things to say is that things are absolutely not as they seem. Things are absolutely not as they appear to be. And if you think you have it figured out, it's so much more than that. It's so much more beyond what we could ever even imagine. So the whole thing about having something figured out, nah, it's never going to happen. This universe is infinite. And what happens is, because we're here, like, we create even more. So there's even more infinite space, if you can imagine that. And then so there's even more and even more and even more. We'll never, ever, ever be bored. We'll never be bored. We'll always be exploring and always be searching out new thrills, new things, new excitement, new beauty.
It is totally, that makes total sense. And I think when your mind does get into your heart and it goes, okay, where's this algorithm? You go, psych, gotcha.
Yes.
And just another one on Zach. I've got Suzanne also saying she loves him, and Claudia is also enjoying our little game here that we're playing with our mind. Marguerite is also saying so much fun. Thank you, Melissa. So with Zach, I listened to, he did an abundance call, I think, on Sunday, and it was really, really, like, it's the first time I've heard him doing any kind of processing, because Kamara said to me, she said, you know, you got to listen to it, because I was having a meltdown on Friday. I was having a total meltdown. Like, you know, when you have those, I don't know what to do with my mind anymore. Just take it away, take it away, take it away, take it away. And
Yes.
she said to me, listen to Zach. And she also did a process with me. She was like, and I was coughing. And one thing I'd like to just mention is, some people don't realize that when you go into a choking, like you're choking, like that kind of thing, you're actually releasing in quite a big way. So don't be scared of it. You know?
That is true. That is so true.
Yes. So
Mm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, well, I think I'm gonna say that was an amazing process that you just took us through there, by the way. That was really, really fun. And we ended off dancing, which is really great too. And I'd like to just thank you for being on the show with me today, Melissa. You really, like a couple of days ago when we spoke, and you did that inner child process with me. And now I'd like to mention to anyone, if you've got inner child things that you think you've got going on, and surprise, surprise, all of us do, I would highly recommend getting in contact with Melissa, because she is so profoundly amazing at igniting and connecting with the inner child. It's almost like, you know, if anybody's ever done any kind of inner child processing or meditations, oftentimes the inner child goes, no, I'm not gonna do anything. And right? Is that true? That's usually what happens to the inner child, hey? Yes?
It absolutely is.
Well, Melissa is just so good at just, it's almost like the inner child, my inner child was like, yes, I'll listen. I want, and she's got this way of just allowing you to feel completely safe, loved, and protected. And like, she's not going to take advantage. You know, that whole taking advantage. Sometimes the inner child feels like, yeah, you said you're going to play with me, but then you decided to do something else. And Melissa is really, really, really good at allowing your inner child to know that she's authentically, she really does actually want to help your inner child. And I can tell you the profound change in me, huge shift that day, huge shift, like big. And just from her speaking to my inner child for 5 minutes, it was unbelievable. Like just unbelievable. So I just really want to acknowledge you, Melissa, for all this amazingly light, bubbly, fairy, divine energy that you emit, and that you can bring out through the inner child, and bring that childlike quality, that innocence back. Especially when the mind is going haywire. So
yeah, and what I want to also say is that I'm hearing an echo. Sorry. I guess I don't want to say anything. Oh no, whenever we make a connection, the connection is forever. Whenever you and I make a connection, it's forever. And I think that's where the magic happens, because it's not, I'm going to leave you. I'll never leave you. Like once our energies are entrained to each other, they're connected forever. And we go on exploring and playing and doing what we do on whatever dimension it is. I don't know, but I know that my heart is wholly and solely connected to yours.
Yay!
So that, it's a beautiful gift, and I appreciate that process just as much as you, because I got to connect with you, Bev. And then we got to see we were already connected.
Yes,
like we've been connected so far back, we don't even know where we started.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Well, I love your magical Melissa. And Claudia's just saying, yes, things become magic whenever Melissa enters the field. And I can definitely vouch for that. And I just want to express, like almost my words can't come out, the amount of gratitude and thankfulness I have for you showing up, being all that you are, and being the light, so that, you know, other people that are maybe in a bit of a more dark space, even though that's an illusion, get to see that and go, oh, I am that too. And and what a gift you're being for this beautiful planet, and what a gift you are. And I'd like to mention to anyone who is also on the live stream today or watching in the quote unquote future, if you feel a deep connection with what Melissa has brought through today, and you feel like you'd like to get in touch with your child self, your fairy self, your elemental self, connect back to Gaia, to the earth, to all of those parts of yourself, definitely get in touch with Melissa. Melissa, how could people get in touch with you?
Okay, so soul star portal at gmail.com.
Soul, so that I'm going to repeat that, soul star portal at gmail.com. Yes, so they can just email you and say, hook me up, Melissa, with some of that magic.
Yep, absolutely. And then, if for some reason you don't have a pen to write that down, you just go to Rika Zimmerman's website, rikazimmerman.com, and I'm one of the coaches. So you just find Melissa Laudiero, the picture, and it tells how to get connected with me. And then I'm on Facebook, Melissa Laudiero.
There we go.
So Laudiero. I'm the only Melissa Laudiero on Facebook.
Yay! And the other thing you can do is just go to Love Your Life Show on Facebook, which is really easy to remember, and just go and see Melissa is on my page. How easy is that?
Yeah, and I need to tell you, your show is like being like spoken about a lot. The last I saw, there was 12,000 something people talking about Love Your Life show. So if any of you out there get asked to be on the Love Your Life show, do not hesitate. That makes it so easy. She is like the perfect hostess, the most hostess. So just say yes. Just do it.
Just say yes. Yes.
So, even if you don't have anything to talk about, it doesn't matter. Just be you.
I love it. I love you. I love you, Melissa. I just love you. I just want to kiss you through the screen, and I think everyone else wants to kiss you through the screen. I think everyone's like, okay, can we like all like just climb into the screen and love each other and hug each other?
Yeah. Group hug. Oh.
Okay, cool. Yay. Okay. All right. There we go. Group hug. There, I love it. I love it. Okay, so I think we're about out of time. So I'm gonna say love you all, and I'm gonna say love you, Melissa, and love to all our amazing people that have joined us on the call today. And yay. Okay, so and I'm just gonna say a little goodbye. Have an amazingly wonderful day, and keep on